Hey, I'm Creed with Homebuyer University. We are introducing today the second tool, which is known as Neighborhood Know. In the last video, we talked about know as in K-N-O-W, not no, N-O. The previous video, we talked about Neighborhood Now, which expanded your opportunities of finding a property. You know, inventory is terrible, prices are terrible, mortgage rates are terrible. And sometimes you need to expand and look at other opportunities outside of the immediate area you were considering. And the Neighborhood Now tool does exactly that for you. The Neighborhood Know, K-N-O-W, picks up where that leaves off and shows you what is going on in those areas that you discovered with the previous tool. What is going on price-wise, trend-wise, days on market, how competitive are the other buyers, and so on. And we're going to go explore that tool this very minute. If you go to the section Services Homebuyers Must Have right at the homebuyer.university website, you're going to get right where you need to be. And we're going to scroll down a little bit. And here loads our tool. Now I've integrated actually both tools into one now. And so you'll just click here for the Neighborhood Know, and you'll click here for the Neighborhood Now tool. And again, this just expands your opportunities to find properties based on what you most love. And this is quite different than your standard home search. So do watch that previous video. It's right up above this on the homebuyer.university page. This is the Neighborhood Know, K-N-O-W, and it picks up right where that left off. The other one explains to you how we derive these market areas, and that's really important because it's very different than anything you've ever done. That creates opportunities for you to find additional areas with similar properties to those you most love. And just watch that video. This one is going to tell you what is exactly going on with those properties. So I'm going to toggle back and forth just a little bit so you understand. So when we use the Neighborhood Now tool, this pulls up information on how other buyers, in this case Highlands Ranch, how the last 1,400 buyers were able to find a home very similar to the one they most love. So if they spotted a house here and they thought, this is a great house, I like the size, the bedrooms, the baths, the garage, the lot size, and the price. Of course, you don't love the price, I know, but I can tolerate that price is what you're thinking, right? This automatically tells you every other physical location in Highlands Ranch. You should also look for those same kind of homes. And you set up an automated, your broker sets up an automated search through the MLS then, so that you get notification of those homes anytime one pops up. And again, you can zoom in to as much detail as you want, right down to the silhouette of the home, and you'll see exactly where it lies. Now, that would have been number 5. So this is market area number 5. So let's go ahead and jump over now to the Neighborhood Know tool. So you've decided area 5 is really cool. You like everything there, and there's some up here also. And you like the house sizes, you like the lot sizes, typical year built. You just like all this stuff, and you can live with the price, almost live with the price. I know, I do know. So remember number 5. We're now going to look at the stats for that area in the Neighborhood Know tool. This is telling you the price trend of homes in those areas. I'm trying not to make you dizzy, but in all these areas, because they're very similar in all these statistics, and this is so different. I'll explain that in a second. This is so different than your standard home search. This is telling you what all those homes in all those areas have been up to. In this case, I've got the price, the average price for homes in those areas, and this changes every time you click on this. This goes to a different area. Set up since 2009. Why did I choose 2009? because the realtor MLS system deleted all the vital statistics I would like to have going back since the beginning of time. That's the best full data I can get through the realtor's MLS system. If I had better, I would have tracked this thing all the way back into the 80s and given it to you. So I'm sorry, that's the best I have. And some of my prior analyses that you see up on the economic and business conditions, overall real estate market conditions section at the Homebuyer University website, I do go way back into the 70s. But to do that, I had to use one of two methods. One, either national real estate data, which isn't nearly as helpful to you, or in the areas I could get Metro Denver real estate data, it was that aggregate stuff, the whole Metro Denver area smashed together. This is the exact opposite. When you look at these stats and this information on this page, that is for these exact areas only. And this will change every time you change the market area. This drills down like 1,000%, maybe 1,000,000% more precise in the information you're receiving. Because you're making hundreds of decisions, you're placing all those decisions into contracts, you're signing your life away on those contracts, and you're about to make house payments and house repairs and everything else for the next 30 years. You want this, you need this, you deserve this stuff. That's why. And I'm sorry I couldn't go back further. But you can quickly see what the average sale prices were and the trend line going up for that exact area. You'll see a comparison between 1 year ago and the most recent information, I call it today. It might lag by a month, but that's just because I can't get the information before it happens. This will tell you, in this case, average price 1 year ago versus today. And it tells you 652,000 and strangely enough, 731,000. They're still going up. But I will start tracking this monthly and quarterly, and we'll see if that continues. Again, at this point, we're only able to get the yearly data. I will get the monthly data for you, and this will become ever more precise. Home selling above asking. Well, this will be interesting, right? A year ago, in this exact area, in market area number 5, this changes for every one of them, 77% of every home hit in the market was selling above asking price. And you know they were asking outrageous asking prices, right? Buyers were insane. They were buying anything and bidding 150 grand over. Today, we're down to already, this is the end of 2022 today. This is just March. We're still in the first quarter of 2023. We're down to 44% of homes being bid over asking price. Okay. Days on market a year ago, 5. That's the time period between they hit the MLS and they have a contract signed and accepted. 5 days a year ago. Oh, I'm sorry. Market area 5. That's 8 days. 8 days. I'm reading too quickly. Today, 21 days is the average time on market. So that's telling you demand is certainly waning, and that can be an opportunity for you. Sales, the number of homes that are selling, again, in this exact area, these areas. Number of sales in those areas, a year ago, 175 homes had closed in there. Today, 150. So again, it shows some waning demand. You already know why. Prices were outrageous and interest rates are crippling your opportunity. I know that's why all these tools were created to help you. And you need to demand these. You deserve these things. So when you meet with your broker, you definitely want the Neighborhood Now tool. That's the one that expands your opportunities. And you definitely want the Neighborhood No tool, because this tells you everything that's going on in those exact areas. And I'll show you how this changes. So we'll go ahead and jump up to 7. And this is the highest price range in Highlands Ranch area, 1.66 million on average. Home size, lot size, beds, year construction, typical garage. And then we'll look at the same thing over here in the neighborhood node tool, and you'll watch everything here completely recalibrate. Price trends over the last since 2009, and again, average price difference still showing that it went up over the last year. Number of homes selling above asking, 0.47 a year ago, 0.35 nowadays. Days on market a year ago, 8. Days on market now, 19, and so on. And these are just great tools. Just make sure, yeah, they're very expensive. Yeah, they really are. You've either got to pay someone to build out an artificial intelligence system for you. And why is it artificial intelligence and not just general home search? It's because this thing is interpreting, particularly back over here, this thing is interpreting buyer actions, how buyers spent their money to get what they wanted. And that's a pretty complex thing to do. And then inform you the areas they found homes in at that price point that they deemed equal. And that's a hard thing to do. That's why it's artificial intelligence. And then this tells you the stats in those areas, what has happened and what is currently happening. It's expensive. You either spend a bunch of money, I mean, like more than what you're about to pay for that house, and or a bunch of years, decade or more. And then you need to customize this for you. This should not be a generic tool. This is not something that they say just go to a website and you'll be fine. This is actually customized to your exact needs. And then it's the information you obtain and the decisions you make are then plugged into the multiple listing service so that you get notifications of the exact homes in the exact locations at the exact price range before Zillow, realtor.com, and Redfin. That's why. So the AI system is tough to create up front, yes, but you deserve it. You're signing your life away. You got a 30-year commitment, and that broker's about to make 15 grand. They should spend the time and money. To customize this for you, I'll be honest with you, it's probably 4 to 5 10-hour days. Yeah, it's that much work. That broker's about to make 15 grand. You're committing your life away. You deserve it. Thanks for watching.